It is hurricane season and the news keeps telling me that hurricanes are getting stronger. Oh my God. But are they? Is this real? Hey there, Nerd Fam. It's hurricane season again, and therefore we're going to see a lot of coverage of what else? Hurricanes, especially on cable news.
Most astounding, to be quite honest, is how quickly the storm surges bring into this area. This is the Big Bend. We're going to be on the
Panhandle, the strongest storm to hit here.
Hurricanes are popular on cable news because they're easy to cover. They follow a very predictable path. They have human drama and people are in danger, which is good for ratings. They also have built-in hero stories. But we're not here to talk about the cable news's failings and shortcomings, of which there are many. We're here to answer a quick question this week. Are hurricanes actually getting stronger? What does the science say? From the 1880s to now, we would see an average of 6 hurricanes per year in the Atlantic. In 2017 alone, there were 10. It's above average, but it was only 1 year. If you take the average of 2000 to 2017, we're up to 7.3 already. 1 more per year. At its worst, that one extra storm can mean hundreds of deaths, billions of dollars that we didn't have to spend if we just got our poop together and fixed this climate change stuff. Weather data starts in 1880 because before then we didn't coordinate our recordings enough for a good data set that would cover the whole planet. I mean, humanity had Europe and parts of the sea because there were ships and stuff, all with daily logs of wind patterns and weather, but not everywhere all at once. And weather data is important because hurricanes get their strength from ocean temperature. We've been measuring ocean weather and climate since the 1880s. But not all of those records are digitized or always reliable. So we start in 1880. As the ocean warms, which we know it has been doing since 1880 from the historical and also new satellite data, the storms that build on top of that ocean are going to change, probably for the worse, according to all the climate models. Seriously, even if we get a handle on global warming now, things are going to get worse because we've already made this Earth a hottie. Secondly, we do need to get a handle on what stronger hurricanes actually mean. NASA used all of this data compared to 25 years ago and found hurricanes today mature more quickly, about 9 hours faster for a Category 3 storm. They're also 10% wetter than they used to be, and global wind speeds are up by 5%. That's in 25 years, not that long. It's a lot of ways to say, yeah, things are getting more intense. There's more water, there's more wind, there's more heat, and it's happening more quickly. But does that equate to stronger? We usually categorize storms by wind speed, but that's not actually the killer. The killer is in the water. An MIT hurricane expert created a model, and he found that hurricanes today are 60% more powerful than they were only in the 1970s. But it's not the increased wind speed, it's the increased water volume. The storm surge. That's what really does it. Storm surge is a terrible name for a hurricane-induced tsunami because they're basically the same thing. A bunch of water comes inland and then sweeps back outland, taking with it a bunch of debris. A hurricane with as much rainfall and water movement as, say, Hurricane Harvey had only a 1 in 100 chance of happening in the 1990s. Today, it's 6 times more likely, and by 2090, it will be 3 times more likely than now. We're seeing bigger, more powerful, more rapidly forming, wetter, heavier hurricanes than we ever have before, at least based on our data from the last 150 years or so. The United Nations IPCC recently released a report, the 8th of October, that stated, global warming is happening. The resultant climate change is real, and we have to do something about it now if we want to stop it. There were 91 different authors from 40 different countries citing 6,000 reference points of thousands more scientists and experts. It's really a landmark report. You can read it, the Lynx has it, but even before that, they mention more extreme weather in the report, something we've heard for a long time. So the point of the story, this isn't just hype. Yes, this is real. Storms are getting worse according to scientific data, and they will continue to do so as sea levels rise, and every bit of warming in the little terrarium that we live in called Earth will make them stronger. The number of storms overall is also increasing. It has not dropped below 6 storms or so, more than a handful of times in over 50 years. And 6 actually used to be kind of a lot. These climate change influenced hurricanes are like your grandfather punching you in the face and then you turning around and punching your grandkids in the face. Do you want to punch kids? No, me either. So let's just say that Pop Pop was a jerk and break this cyclone cycle. shall we? Quick fun fact, while you're joining the Nerd Fam and liking and subscribing and sending this video to that one friend who you think might actually like and subscribe also, this box fan has a max speed of 3.4 meters per second at this distance. That's about 10 times slower than the slowest Category 1 hurricane. I really need to get a budget for props. But I feel like Beyonce. Bye.